Hello, folks, and welcome to this week's show. The Opelika football team won its first area championship in 5 years and had its first undefeated season since 1986 with a big win Friday night over Auburn. The playoffs, we'll host Carver at home for the first round of the playoffs, and then we'll see after that. As for the Bulldog show, the show will continue throughout the playoffs until Opelika loses. Now here's Coach Spencer McCracken and Mark Mitchell.
Good evening and welcome to the Opelika Bulldog Review. I'm your host, Mark Mitchell, along with Coach Spencer McCracken, our coach and athletic director here at Opelika High School. Dogs finished 9-0 in the regular season. Sounds mighty good, doesn't it, Coach?
Mark, I'm just really proud of our football team, and we'd never believed that they could have done what they've done, but these kids believed, and they've worked their tails off, and we're real proud and real humble to be where we are right now.
Well, I have to agree, Coach. It was 31-0 over Auburn Friday, 17 points in the first half, 14 in the second half. A lot of your kids got to play in the game. You know, I mean, when you can shut out your crosstown rival 3 years in a row, I think that's enough said right there, Coach. And to cap off, to secure an area victory, an area championship without any help from anybody else, it feels so good. And to have that hard schedule when some of us around here, including myself, was thinking if we lost 3 games, it would be an awesome year, you know, and if we could somehow get into the playoffs at the end and finish first or second in the area, that it was awesome. But 9-0, Coach, it's beyond a lot of people's imagination, and mine too. And, of course, it's not over. I mean, we have Carver coming in here Friday, and 4 games make it to Birmingham, and the 5th one is the championship game. So, I mean, a lot of football left to be played, but certainly proud of the Opelika Bulldogs for the 9-0 season.
Thank you, Mark, and a word. I was telling the people at church today, a couple days ago, that the Auburn kids played real hard. They really did. They got after us, and we didn't. Everything we got Friday night, we had to earn, and they've got a lot of class there. They've got good, hard playing kids, and tell you what, I've never seen a game. Excuse my voice, but I've just about lost it.
That's okay, Coach. That's okay.
I've never seen such excitement and electricity in a stadium. I want to thank the Opelika people for a genuine show of great sportsmanship and great cheering for their football team at that ball game. It really inspired me, our coaching staff, and most of all our players.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach, we got there about 5:15, our radio crew, and we had to park on the Auburn side because we were in the press box. We had shields looking out. The stands were full. At 5:30, our visiting stands were packed, and they were over there having a good time. They had chants. Okie and my daughter and them were selling shakers, and people were it was just it made you feel real good to be an Opelika person. I'm talking about everybody. And then to have the view that I did from the press box looking at the Opelika people, it was a spectacle. I mean, just full of people all on the banks. People had blankets spread out. They were eating, and then Auburn coach Furlow, my hat's off to him to make us feel welcome and to rope off an entire section on his side and just dedicate that to Opelika people. And then at 7 o'clock it was full, so they wound up mixing and mingling all on the home side, and it was by far their largest crowd in some time at Duck Sanford, and they were real appreciative of that. So I'm proud of that too.
Chuck Furlow's an outstanding man, and I know he's going to do a great job at Auburn. But it was a great night for football, and you couldn't ask for a better season finale. I mean, you know, we're 9-0, and you look back and say, how did we ever do this? But we can't look back. We just got to look ahead now as we prepare for the first round of the playoffs. And hadn't been there in 3 years, Mark. And when I went to the meeting Saturday in Montgomery, I got down on the floor and kissed the floor because we haven't been in the playoffs in 3 years, and it was really special to me, really, to get up Saturday morning and get in my car and go to Montgomery and be at that meeting with those 6A coaches. It was really special, and to be able to call out Bulldog Stadium 7:30 Friday night with a record of 9-0, not braggadocious, but happy for the people of Opelika.
Well, there's one thing you can do. When my dad asks you what you're doing this time of year, you can tell him you're in the state playoffs. I know he's picked at you the last few years about that, but you can answer him now. And Coach, we have accomplished something. You've told me in the past that we hadn't done anything yet, but 9-0 in area champs. I know it's not over, but we've accomplished a lot.
Mark, before we get into the tape too, We have accomplished what we've accomplished because of a lot of people, but all our ex-players that were on
I
that
agree.
95, 96, and 97 team, every one of you guys are part of this, and I want all of you to know it. Coran Hale, all the guys that laid their hearts out, Jamar Peters, Casey All,
I agree.
all the guys that laid the foundation, y'all are just as much a part of this as our ball club, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the hard work that you did to get Opelika to where they are now. And Don Roberts, who was very significant in letting me hire a lot of coaches that are with me now, and so much thanks to him. People that are no longer with us, that are gone from the high school, like these people, have been so instrumental, and I thank them.
Good said. Well said, Coach. We'll be back to look at those highlights of Opelika over Auburn right after this short message. Okay, here we go. Let's move into the highlights of Opelika and Auburn. As here the Dogs take the field over there on the visiting side in front of a rowdy crowd. You can see them over there above the screen. Ain't many seats over there, Coach. I think your wife had a bad seat in there.
No, she had a good seat. She's under the scoreboard on the bank. She said it was real cool over there.
Look at that.
No, the fans were great. Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome. And I mean, that's more than that cheering. You just can't see them
And
all,
some of
but-
Teresa Ogletree's shakers.
That's right, and they were full of those. My
And
daughter helped
Spriggs,
Ogie sell those.
Ernst Spriggs did a great job with it.
Yeah, all right, here we go. Here's the opening kickoff, and of course we come right out of the chute. And folks, while you watch this, just watch the licks being passed by both teams out here tonight. I mean, it was nothing but everybody laid it on the line. Now, this is a big drive in the game, Coach. We stopped them on 4th down, which started the game for us.
Our defense
set the momentum.
Defense really ready to play. The goal line, Smitty brings the goal line team in there in just a minute. They try a 4th down and
It's the inches, Coach.
in
They have to
inches.
measure, and he got down on a knee to see it's very close to a 1st down, and they choose to go for it on their own 36.
But you know what?
First series.
John Duckworth here, when this play, he almost takes the guy and just pulls him back. But we had great surge. I want you to watch the nose guard, which is Jason Maddox.
Yeah, this is our big line
He's going to
here,
really
isn't it?
shove the center back into the backfield. If you'll watch 68, right over the top of the center, and watch the push that he does on their center. And
No yards,
and
lose
watch
yards,
Big John Ton here, 71. He loves playing goal line defense, Mark.
Here we go now. This is the first offensive play by us, and Al Cole with 150 yards rushing, 157 rushing in the game. Hard running, too, by Al all night.
Al always gets pumped up for the Auburn game. He really likes to play against Auburn.
I think he's got over 500 yards in 2 games against him, Coach. Here's Parker on a toss sweep, and, of course, there's Auburn just laying it on the line there.
They really played hard.
Big play right here, I think. Cole I think he gets a 1st down on this. No, it's the next play.
But Al's trying to get all he can get, Mark.
No, he gets all he can get every time.
We challenge our offensive line to get better.
Here's
We don't
Dallas
get-
Dorsey, Coach.
I'll tell you what, that ball would have gone another 10 yards.
You know, we don't talk about it until you miss one. I mean, that right there, we took the lead 3-0, and the momentum was in our favor.
To this day, Mark, he's only missed 2 field goals.
I know. It's scary to
Super
say.
job. Good kickoff, and I think this one is pretty good coverage. This might be the one he breaks.
Yeah, this is a pretty good return by them. He fumbled it, but he was down.
Yeah, he was. We
But they
almost got
said
it back.
they still let it go. Here's Wilson wanting to throw.
We tried to put a lot of pressure on Wilson. He's a good quarterback, threw the ball well, but
Larkins made the hit.
we pressured him pretty good there, and that's a great play by LaMarcus Rowell. He had another great game until his ejection from the football game, which hope LaMarcus is watching this because you can't let that happen again.
No, it's
gotta
too
keep it
serious
cool.
from here on in. That's right.
Greg, very not like Greg to fumble the football, and he let that boy strip that ball from him. And Auburn's right in business, Mark, with us just having a
At the
3-point
26,
lead. But,
that's right.
You know, every time
They fumbled
look at
twice
that.
here. I don't know how they got this ball back. But,
Every-
Coach, not to interrupt you, that was our first turnover in 3 games right
Right,
there.
but it wasn't by the offense. It was
Right,
the
good
kicking.
call, that's right.
It's my group.
Good call. Here's the fumble. We pick it up. That's Hughley, I believe,
They're trying to run an oven back the other way. Every time our defense got in a position to get scored on, they always held their ground.
They sure did.
You notice that?
Great run here. I believe this was Chambers, wasn't it, Coach?
Roy
Yeah,
Chambers.
big run, about
Roy-
13 yards.
Roy played well in this game. We tried to use it. There's Corey.
Larkin
I
ripping
thought he
off.
was going to break this one, Mark.
I did too,
I heard
Coach.
y'all on the radio if he could have got that one more move
One
back
more
to the
move.
right side.
You see our line just firing off the ball. Al with tough yardage. I mean, Coach, I don't know if we've had I'm not putting anybody down, but he's as hard a runner inside as we've ever had here at Opelika. Roderick Russell was another one, but he's as hard as they come. Here's Larkins on a little sweep around the right side. And, of course, Auburn's hanging in there, Coach. They're popping us pretty hard.
And nothing was easy. Great
Nice
run
run
by Corbett. You know, Corbett's, you know, he's just an unsung hero. He's thrown only 2 interceptions this year. 50% of his passes. He's doing a great job running our football team.
No doubt,
for
Coach.
us.
He's 19-2 as a starter, too. Here's Larkins up inside, running hard. Almost a late hit there, but
Henderson, Duckworth, and Moody, Thomas, Monell Preston, Matt Owen, Will Heath. Can't say enough about that offensive line.
thought he got in there, Coach, on that one for a touchdown. Here's the point after.
And we go up 10-0, and Mark, we really challenged him to have a good first quarter. We didn't want to let Auburn get any kind of a feeling that they could beat us early. You can't do that when the other team's the underdog, and so we really tried to come out and charge our troops up, and they did a good job.
Good kickoff coverage here, high kick. Auburn takes over around the 28, first down.
Mark, I was really impressed with their 2 running backs.
Yep.
Page and King. King's just a 10th grader. He's going to be a great back. Got 2 more big years. There's the Page boy, and boy, great tackle by Corey right there. Corey Larkin and Greg Knight made some great open field tackles.
They sure did.
Which, you know, they shouldn't have to do that, but that happens from time to time. Jason Maddox, great play from the backside.
Well, you know, Coach, on a lot of these plays, our defense was so quick. We go by the guy with the ball, you know, and
absolutely.
that's just big pursuit here. This was a nice play by their quarterback to evade that first big rush, and then he goes down and fumbles it.
We were really trying to keep pressure on him because, you know, we knew what kind of a thrower he was, and I think we did a good job pressuring him most of the night. This is the fake punt,
and of course he gets just enough right up the middle. It fooled me and everybody at the time he did it.
They did, but Mark, you know, they executed great, but hey, our defense comes back and stops
them. Good call.
And look at the white shirts. I think this was a big key to the game right here. They're going to go for it on 4th down again too.
Yeah, don't even come close.
And they're not going to make it. And when this series ended, and you know we kept them out of the end zone and no points. It was really big for our football team.
Here's Ogletree with a nice pass.
Boy, look at that pass. Right on the money.
Right on the money. Greg couldn't hang on.
Greg
Got hit pretty hard.
Travis Sprigg just continues to
He did
do
a great job.
of punting.
He did.
Matt Owen, perfect snaps. Really proud of Matt. He came
Matt
back and
was
had a good game for us.
One of the first ones down then on that punt, too.
And I can't say that Corey
Batting the pass away.
knocked that down. I can't say enough about Ashley Johnson's punting team, too. JR, don't let him outside of you. About our punting team, Mark, our coverage team is still allowing only 1 yard per return.
How about that?
1 yard.
That's been that way for a long time.
Absolutely. See, we missing tackles.
Yeah.
But we're not.
We're there.
It's not
though,
because
Coach.
of effort.
Right. That's right. We're there.
I mean, we are
just getting after it.
Just bodies flying. It was a.
I think you said your defense was even tired a little bit at halftime. I know that surprised you, but
Greg should
this
call
was
that
I
ball.
think so, Coach. This was tough. Of course, it does roll in the end zone, but I'll tell you, it was awful close to being down on the
I
one.
I know.
Here's Greg.
Good
right
run here
back.
by Greg.
Look at that effort, Coach. I mean, just look at that. I mean,
Good quickness and feet.
that's got to make you feel good, Coach,
Oh,
to see
yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, he's a good kid and has really worked
Here's
hard.
Big Al with about 10 right up the middle.
I thought
More than that.
Al was going to break this one, but boy, when you can reel off those bellies and powers like that, it really helps.
Touchdown pass.
What a
Look
great
at this.
throw!
Look at that.
Boy,
Perfect.
is that
I mean,
great throw and a great catch.
Coach, you can't write it up any better than that, can you?
It was a wheel route, and they were. Brian had him read it, and they both went to Larkin, and he hit Evans. Great throw and
There's
catch.
your wife up there somewhere, Coach.
Yeah, they're up there waving up there, 17-0, and Mark, I feel so good right now. Of course, I don't let my feelings show down there, but
I'm sure you did.
When you're up 17-0 in the second quarter at Auburn, with them being able to have a chance to win an area championship, you feel real good.
Especially when you've stopped them twice on 4th down.
Yeah,
That was a nice play there.
See, right when this happened, we called a timeout. We let that guy get behind us. But look, see, we come back and make the big play.
Keon made that play, I believe, or Maddox
and we
won.
make him punt again.
Bad snap, but he does a great job to get it away.
does.
They got their share of athletes too, Coach. I tell
Sure
you,
does. And
this business about them not having as much, they have their share of athletes. over there.
their little group here, too, was real well coached. We just decided to take a knee and run the half out and come back and see if we can make some adjustments and stop their running game in the second half. We're missing people, and where we had a good halftime talk. And I heard our bands again the band was great, and Auburn's band, but Opelika's band, they said, was just outstanding.
There was a little altercation at halftime, and Auburn, they got us for a 15-yard penalty, so Auburn
yeah,
gets to pick off
and
at 45.
Mark, we thought they were going onside
I did
kick
too,
here.
Coach.
I just knew they were, but they didn't, and so we get on the 20, and we get a penalty right here on blocking below the waist on our center right there, and we got to stay high. But Al, look at this
that.
run.
Is that all? I mean, just great leg drive right there.
just gives it all he's got when he gets on that football field. We got the first down. And we want to run clock. Look at this great throw and catch.
I tell you,
Look at Kelvin Henderson down there blocking too.
Got 11 yards.
But we don't get the first down. This is when we got the
that's right.
The penalty on jumping, and Travis Spriggs punts it. And,
got hit there, but there was no whistle. And of course, I don't think he returned any punts, Coach. Or tried to return any. I think he just fair called them all. That's right.
Kept it high. Look at this. This good throw by Wilson.
Nice throw and catch.
We were really trying to get good backside pressure on Wilson because we knew he had the good arm.
See, we ran right by him 4 times.
See, we stunted him and ran right by him.
That's right.
That happened 2 or 3 times, and but the King boy does a good job running. Deion Mitchell.
Good way to come back after a long run.
Great play by Deion right there.
You know, they did have more yards against us than anybody we played in a while at 200, which you can tell. You know, they had some big plays, but they never got in that end zone, which is the most important thing.
That's right. Absolutely. That's two shutouts in a row for our defense.
He picks this up on the bounce and gets a pretty good little 10-yard effort out of it after that to get it up to around the 30.
Greg just done a great job with the returns all year. Corey on the speed sweep. That's Chambers, excuse me.
Yeah.
And we don't make it. We have to punt again. And the game's getting, punt back and forth. And I don't mind that, Mark. But we want to try to make a couple more first downs. I told Brian after this series, let's.
They had a penalty.
Let's challenge our offense. See, again, look at that open field tackle
Larkins
by Corey right there. That was a great tackle right there. But
there's King on the sweep. I think he had about 68 yards.
That's 3 10th graders that made that play right
and those
there.
Almost got the block. We almost got a couple of them.
And I think, in fact, I know Brian went back and really challenged the offense. And this series right here, Mark.
Yeah, this was nice.
We're going to kind of take control.
Here's Big Al.
Some bellies and
first down. Got knocked down. I would have had more. Yeah, he's having a good time too, as you can tell.
Getting that offensive line.
Doesn't take us long to get in that end zone, Coach. Here again, look at that blocking, Coach. Unreal. How look at that. Cole straight away. He don't want to go north, east and west, Coach. He goes north and south.
And he's got some good moves out there in the open field. And
there goes.
He breaks the trap and
Al down to the
down
goal.
To 3, and then we pull him out. And we put our heavy team in, and there's Big Kelvin.
There he goes.
I guess that's Brian Blackman's favorite play by now.
Yeah. That was another one of those NFL touchdowns on that last play. We get a penalty here. It moves us back from the foul. And then watch this play. Yeah, watch this play right here. There's Greg. Wouldn't be denied. Got hit right in the end zone.
Great run by Greg Knight. He's happy to score that one too.
After this, it'll be 24-0 after Dallas. The freshman kicker nails his extra point through. And boy, Dallas has had a great year.
He's done well, and we're looking forward to some more good games from Dallas as we go along. Hey, John Andrews kicks off here.
Yeah, and he also made the last extra point.
No, Dallas kicked this one off. He got
think
one more
John
touchdown
kicked
to score.
the next one off.
But I'm going to brag on my seniors here in just a minute, my other kickers. This is when LaMarcus gets thrown out of the game. He threw an elbow, and you can't do that. And they made a good call.
Of course, their fullback got thrown out a while ago. We didn't say anything about that for kicking.
Real emotional game, Mark.
Yeah, it was.
Both teams, but you can't get thrown out of games. That doesn't help your team any. Our defense is just coming up big and get the ball back. And this is Alfredo Parker.
This is his drive here.
Yeah, and Alfredo's had that ankle injury, and he's just about back full speed now.
Camera got fooled in as Parker goes down the sideline.
You can see
about the 13.
That's right. You see the limp is basically gone. He's just
here he goes again.
Not 100%. Line's blocking great. Look at that block by Greg Knight.
He just wouldn't go down, Coach. He wouldn't go down.
Oh, that's Brian Dickerson, excuse me. And Parker.
70 yards on that drive, Coach.
Super.
70-yard drives. That was Andrus' kick right there.
We can only tell Al Cole, Parker's the reason you're doing so good.
That's right. That was
John Andrus, senior, great kicked that extra point. And this is David Arndt.
David Arndt kicking up.
David's had a knee injury and came back, and this kickoff goes to the 5-yard line.
I know. In fact, Coach Gore pulled his headset off and said, "Where's he been?"
I was really thrilled with that.
So I was
really happy for David.
David punted for us last year. And I think he kicked off too, didn't he, last year?
Yeah, had a lot of frustration there, but hopefully he can kick off some for us in the playoffs. And that's Adrian Maddox came in there and made that play right there. We got a lot of our number 2s in.
And you know, Greg Ferguson stepped in for Rowell and did a great job, Coach.
Yeah, Greg Ferguson is what a great kid he is, and
I think it's
what an inspiration he is to
first
a
year
lot
out,
of kids in
Coach.
Opelika.
That's
because he's earned everything he's gotten. Mark done a good job for us.
Is this a new
Jamarcus
quarterback here,
Lyons.
Coach? Is this when we put Dusty in the
this
game?
is
I
number
think
two.
it is.
Right, these are 2s, and that's Jamarcus Lyles
Lyles.
with a nice little run. We used him, and we used Parker, and we used Evans, and Dusty Harris at quarterback, and Will Aaron even got to play a little quarterback.
Big
the other night,
Armstrong's
right?
in there blocking now.
Justin, ex-Cook, Sullivan,
John Sullivan, all those
Greg
guys.
Holly, all of next year's starters, because our senior, that senior.
I believe a
offensive
flag stopped us then, didn't it, Coach? I don't think we stopped ourselves.
Now,
Somebody might
we
have got a
always.
penalty.
Yeah, I think you and Larry put it. That's Melvin Cole. Boy, what a great defensive
Melvin
end he's
did
going to
good.
be. Him and Therese Thomas.
But the flags have stopped that second team a couple of times. That's just about it.
Well, they don't get quite as many snaps.
No,
as the
that's
first
right.
year.
That's right.
Well, look, they're having a good
They're not
time.
happy, are they? There they go.
And that's the final, 31-0, and it was a hard-earned victory. But look at our cheerleaders; they're just loving it. Now
There's
we
Ronnie
haven't
Wilson's
been able
daughter.
to do anything like this in 4 years, and my gosh, let them celebrate.
Let them enjoy it. That's right. They
Love
did.
it. And they were thrilled to death, and
Coach Pig coming out of the booth.
picture of Eddie Pig and Jamie Dubose down there, and Larry Philpott. Great win as Otis gets to celebrate for the first time, and our players are just ecstatic. And again, Mark, it's all the players over the last 4 years have led to this, and this group got us over the hump. And
Yeah, there's one of your
there's a T-shirt
Area
that
5
OA
championship
Sports,
shirts, and
Tim
we're
Gore
back.
and him got for the kids, and they're just ecstatic over those. That's a happy group of Bulldogs. I believe that's Kente Evans who caught the big pass there. Kente's come a long way.
Yes, he has caught the touchdown pass.
We're looking for great things from him. He does a good job blocking for us too. Out on the corners, Travis Spriggs, and we all go into the locker room in a few minutes and have a great celebration.
There's the final, right?
There's old Big Kevin Ives,
Final score 31-0. Opelika wins. Welcome back to our final segment of the Bulldog Review. You just saw the highlights of the Auburn game. Coach, we're going to leave that a minute, although it feels good to talk about it. But we're going to talk about our state playoff berth. Opelika wins the area and is able to host the first round here at Bulldog Stadium at 7:30 Friday. Tell us our plans, Coach, about tickets and so on and so forth.
Mark, as far as I know, unless things change, we're going to put the tickets on sale Wednesday, a day early at Anders and OA Sports. The same places, $4 a seat, not $5. There are no reserve seats. Therefore, I suggest to you that we're going to try to open the stadium up at 5:30 instead of 6. And our suggestion is to tailgate inside the stadium. Bring your stuff and sit in your seats and tailgate. Now, if you feel like you want to leave your cushions and stuff and go out and tailgate, and I don't think anybody will take your cushions, but you might want to do that. But I would get there and get your seat early because there are no reserve seats. You may sit anywhere on the home side or the visitor side. We're not going to have a home side. You can sit on either side that you want, and $4 seats. And Friday night at 7:30. And the ramifications of the playoffs is this: if you lose, you're out.
That's right.
If you win, you keep playing. So we've got 5 more games, hopefully. And let me say this: of the 64 teams that start, there's only one winner at the end. So there'll be 63 sad teams and one happy team. And whoever that team is, I don't know, but we're going to fight like heck to take Opelika as far as we can.
I know we will, Coach. Now, that's 7:30 kickoff right here at Bulldog Stadium Friday. Tickets will be on sale Wednesday at O&A Sports and Anders, and they'll go on through the week, and it's $4 a piece. Remember, there are no reserved seats, so there's really no reason to call and ask. Just get there early, go in, have a good time, bring your picnic, and do it inside instead of outside the stadium like normal, and
That's right, Mark.
cheer us on to victory. And next week, if we were to win, I believe we'll either play in Mobile against Theodore or Robert E. Lee in the Bowl. Is that right?
That's right, if we win. But
I know you don't
we,
want to
we
talk
got
about
to talk about Carver High School, who's got more athletes than Opelika and Auburn and Central. They got athletes that are going to come in here. You people that saw us play Carver 2 years ago up here, you know what I'm talking about. They almost beat Central, folks, over there in Phoenix City, and that's a hard place. The score was 14-12.
Yeah, I remember
they can
that.
beat anybody on any given night because of their athletes. So don't say, well, I'm not coming to the game because you think Opelika is going to win because of their record. You throw out records when you start the playoffs. Everybody starts off 0-0, and we got to play well to win, just like we do every week.
Okay, so that's Friday kickoff right here at Bulldog Stadium. Before we finish, we're going to talk a little bit about our corporate sponsors and our Booster Club. We hadn't really mentioned all our corporate sponsors. We have over 100 corporate sponsors. This is our 5th year of corporate sponsorship, and it has, being involved in it like I am from the start, it has been great to see how it's blossomed into a magnificent program, and we raised over $52,000 this year for the program, and I think that's just absolutely awesome.
Shoot, Mark, we got like 117 sponsors, and we got our Booster Club meeting this Thursday night at the Elks Lodge. They got a special on out there, $5 steaks. The meeting's going to start at 6:30.
6:30.
If you hadn't come to a Booster Club meeting, please come. I'll have highlights of the Central and Auburn game on, and come eat a steak and fellowship with the Opelika Bulldog fans. I'll have a coach there talking about offense and defense. Lasts about an hour and 30 minutes, and great way to spend a Thursday night.
Yes, it is. I'm going to run down some of the corporate sponsors. We're going to try to do this, as long as we stay on TV and let you folks at home know who they are, so you'll know who to patronize and thank. I'm going to go down the list now. Adams Pharmacy, that's June Adams.
And they do a lot of our stuff for Peggy and I.
Yeah, they do.
Folks.
June Adams, good folks. Alabama Office Supply, Wake Asbury and his dad. AmSouth Bank, Mr. Canada.
Mr. Canada, first-year sponsor.
Excuse me, that's
good
right.
Folks.
Andrews Bookstore, Ron Andrews, of course, they help us so much selling tickets over
Absolutely,
there.
good group.
And they also give 10% of the proceeds from goods to, Opelika. I think we'll do a check on that too.
That's
now.
right.
Bailey Harris Construction, Alan Harris,
Right.
who's done a lot of this building, including this studio that was built by them.
Absolutely.
Larry Bailey Construction, they're in for the first year.
Right, good folks.
By City Decor, and for you folks that listen on the radio, you always hear me picking about Randy Lambert. That's who owns that. What a good guy. The New Blossom Shop, Angela Hood, she does a great job for us.
Sure do. Flowers
everywhere.
We get all our flowers from them.
Brantley, Stephen and Boucher, Steve Boucher and his wife, need an accountant, call on him, or some of these others that we have. The Breezeway, downtown.
John Henley.
John
Good
Henley.
chicken fingers.
Good
place
chicken
to eat.
fingers. Tom Bryan, State Farm, a former teammate of Coach McCracken's at Auburn, and a good friend of yours.
Great Auburn man, War Eagle.
Excuse me, a city councilman. Of course, a good friend of mine too, Pete Broadway at Broadway Tire and Auto Service.
And the Broadways furnish us footballs every year.
That's right.
Pete, we really appreciate everything he does for us.
He does do good. And Bubba's Medicine Shop, who helps you out.
Absolutely.
Big Bubba down there and his son, and of course Jeff, all those folks. Mary Kay Burdett, and Mary Kay's always helped us here.
And
in
very
Opelika,
active with our girls program.
That's right.
Works with our girls a lot.
C&M Team Sports, I think you buy some of your equipment from them.
Right. Harold Andrews does a great job, gives us a lot of discounts, good folks.
Blackburn Oil Company, which is Cabinets LTD, and right across the street, we can hit those folks over there at your local Amoco station.
Oh, absolutely. And I know Miss Oakley is just loves the business she's getting over there. And Beverly and them, they've got a great place over there. I go over there and drink coffee a lot. It's a good place to be there.
They also do pizza for you in the afternoon. Stanley and Gloria Campbell, what a man. Stanley does our doghouse and does a great job for the All Sports Booster Club.
Absolutely.
And is a corporate sponsor. Cannon's Carpet One, Dan Cannon, he tiled your hall out there and helps us out with paint, as does Randy at By City. Good people there.
Good folks.
Kerry Service Center, Kerry Hill, you're out.
That's
used
right.
to own it. Now Jeff and
they got more cars down there than
Scott.
they fix my car all the time. Good folks.
Good folks. Castone Corporation, they're brand new, I think, this year.
All the James boys. I haven't seen Fob at a game yet.
No.
Oh, maybe he'll come to a playoff
He
game.
needs to come.
If he
He's
gets
doing a
reelected.
campaign.
Yeah. The
It might be a
election
little late
was
now.
today.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
Hopefully he'll come. If he's reelected, he'll be at the game.
That's right. That's
no
right.
matter what. I'm
Cellular
like,
One, Adrian Yachts, he got his company to enroll, and we appreciate him. Champs, old Daryl McCall over in Auburn. Fed the
I don't ever get to eat that food.
It's all gone. It's all gone.
Dubose tells me that the other coaches, they don't care nothing about the game. They go there to eat.
It's all gone by the time you get there. Kim Long, that's Mr. Havisham.
That's that boy. Great. Hey, if you look at our fields,
That's right.
Just thank Kim Long.
That's exactly right. Chuck's Barbecue, and man, I tell you, you, old Chuck Farrell is unbelievable.
What a great guy.
Gives us barbecue and barbecue and barbecue and more barbecue.
And a super individual.
He is a good Christian man right there. Clark Construction Company, old Johnny Clark, he and his wife are big with the programs and here at Opelika. And of course, we had a little problem with their tickets early, but we got it worked out. And got Johnny settled down.
Johnny at Booster Club meeting last week.
Coaching for a restaurant, old Reed Compton and his wife. They do a great job for us. We have ate some pregame meals there. I think you're sticking with the cafeteria now.
And if you like bread pudding, the best there is. You tell Mama Compton to make you up some bread pudding.
Coca-Cola Bottling Company, now they do an enormous amount for us that you people don't know about. And old Glenn Arnett is the man behind the scenes there.
Glenn Arnett and them furnish us drinks every home game. And you don't know how much. That is a lot, folks.
Yes,
they
I
help
know.
us up with. Great folks. And our 12th man on the field.
That's right.
That's their sign. And you are the 12th man.
And helped us with the scoreboard back years ago. Colonial Bank, our Booster Club president, good friend of ours, Ronnie Wilson. And
all those folks at Colonial Bank are great. If I can ever find Wilson, he's always in meetings though, but other than that, it's a great bank.
Other than that, Comtronics, Gene and Darla Gibb, they're big supporters.
Good folks.
Good supporters of the band too. Consignment House of Fine Furniture, that's Jimmy Gore.
Jimmy Gore.
Out there towards, down, 51, I think.
Right. New sponsor this year.
That's right. Rob Cox, Alpha Insurance, longtime supporter. If you need some insurance, call old Rob. Davis Machine Works, Tom Rickles, been with us, coach, forever.
Put our goalpost
That's
up.
right. Used to be in the Booster Club officers, and we don't, he's a man behind the scenes.
He's a good man, too.
He really is. Downtown Cleaners, Jimmy Broach and Freddie, if you need something clean, visit those folks downtown. Dr. David Druin, one of our local pediatricians here. His son graduated last year, has a daughter coming up in the program. Dynasty Holmes, old Wes Lawler, big Auburn fan, but he's a Bulldog too. He graduated from Opelika.
Good folks.
Sure is. Eagle Bank, good folks down there at Eagle Bank, and we appreciate everything they do. Old Mike Guy and all those folks. Dr. and Mrs. Ross Davis. Now they've been with us since conception, Coach. They long time, good supporters over there. If you ever have heart problems, go see Dr. Davis. East Alabama Medical Center, and man, one of our largest sponsors that we have, them and Universal Goodrich. And I tell you, Terry Andrews is the big cheese there, and his son.
Al Cole's mama works
out
there.
A lot of folks
Mary
work
Cole.
there.
A lot of good folks at East Alabama.
That's right. And Charles Lawler at East Alabama Paving, we're going to get him to keep supporting us. And,
good.
And John Fuller. And
that's just a few of
the sponsors. That's just a few. And we're going to, gosh, we got 2 more columns to go through, and Coach will give you his comments next week about those folks.
We'll get those at a later time. But Mark, I'll tell you, what a great job these folks all do. And if you're not a corporate sponsor,
see me.
Join up. See me and join up next year. And we've got a great organization going, and we need you to get right on in there with the Bulldog.
No doubt. Our president's Ronnie Wilson. Our president-to-be is Dr. Ron Herring, and of course Teresa handles all our money, and I do the visiting of the corporate sponsors to get them enrolled, and of course our board with Jerry Jackson and Randy Branch and Lisa Story. And don't want to leave anybody out. Trying to get everybody's name, Coach. Help me
Mark,
out.
when you spend, I want to wish the best of luck to Teresa Ogletree's mother.
That's true.
Who's been in the hospital, and hope she'll get well real soon and get back to the Bulldog games to see her grandson play.
You know what? She sees this show, so Miss Braswell, I hope you do get well, because you need to come see Corbett play this
Absolutely.
week. That's right. All right, that's going to wrap it up here at Opelika Bulldog Review. We'll be right back here next week after a big victory over Carver. Coach, again, congratulations.
Make sure y'all come to the ball game.
That's right.
And hey, cheer it. Remember, if you lose, you're out. And so we got to win every one of them as we go along. Let's play. We're gonna play hard. Y'all cheer hard. Let's see how far Opelika.
If you work and can't come to the game, remember kicker WKKR 97.7. Myself, Larry Gore, and Judy will always be there with live coverage. So
thank you, Mark.
If you can't be there, tune us in. Thank you, Coach. Congratulations again. 31-0. Opelika beats Auburn. We'll see you next week right here. Thank you, folks. Go Dogs.
Well, that's it for this week, folks. We'll be back next week, win or lose. And now here's the play-by-play by WKKR Kicker FM.